You may not have noticed it in all the craziness of Aaron Rodgers going down and, oh yeah, the New York Jets beating the Buffalo Bills in week 1, but Mecole Hardman got benched in the season opener. Zoinks! Let's get into it. Zoinks!
It is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans.
Field Yates, baby. Field Gosh darn Yates. Let's bring him on the show.
Come on, people. Connor Rogers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor Gosh darn Sycamore, baby, for me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever done.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas.
What's happening, everybody? My name is Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/BoyGreen25. There's been a lot happening over the last couple of days, and one nugget that may have slipped under the radar is the benching of Mecole Hardman. And to quote LeBron James, not one, not two, not three, 0. The big donut of offensive snaps Mecole Hardman played against the Buffalo Bills. The Jets won, of course, but he didn't play. What gives? Well, Robert Saleh addressed that this week. Here's the quote. Obviously, with Aaron Rodgers, there was a certain plan that was in place. So when Aaron went down, we shifted gears to a different style of football. A lot of the things that Aaron wanted to do involved 3 receiver sets. And once he was out of the game, we went into a different type of offense. We pivoted, especially at halftime. Credit to the offensive staff for making the adjustments that we needed to be able to start moving the football and get points on the board. So that wasn't the plan not to play him. The plan was to give him some playtime, so hopefully this week we could get him out here. Now, you may say to yourself, okay, Paul, what's the big deal? It was, hey, Mecole Hardman didn't play, the Jets won, like, much ado about nothing, right? Well, I hope this isn't something to pay attention to, but obviously we must, at the very least, take a gander here. I'll throw it up on the screen. We also have a full article down below with all the juicy details. Mecole Hardman seemingly expressed some displeasure on the old Twitter X app about his lack of playing time. Here it is. Here's a tweet. Cali Jet, shout out to him. Mecole Hardman, in his likes on X, previously Twitter, said there's a fan that responded to him, does everybody else miss Mecole Hardman, ? He hasn't played at all tonight. Mecole Hardman liked that post. Now, he has since removed that like from his history of likes, but it was on there. And of course, we all have to worry about that because last year, the last time a receiver, even if the Jets were winning, didn't really vibe with not getting targets and attention was Elijah Moore, who expressed his frustration after the Green Bay Packers-Jets game where the Jets upset the Packers 27-10. Elijah Moore went on Twitter and publicly blasted saying, hey, I don't know, I'm confused. I don't know why I'm not getting attention, and eventually requested to trade. Denzel Mims requested a trade when he wasn't involved in the offense. So we don't want this to be a consistent theme. Now, it seems like Mecole Hardman may have made a mistake, maybe a drive-by like he didn't intend. You know, people can make mistakes. But again, with the recent history and the quarterback in those moments was Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson is now the guy. Robert's always said it. He is our quarterback, and we're rolling with Zach. If he could not get him the ball, he being Elijah Moore or Denzel Mims, that caused issues. Maybe this could be. Now, let's explain a few things here why I believe actually Mecole Hardman could be a key piece of this upcoming Dallas Cowboys game. Now, number one, it makes total sense. Aaron Rodgers wanted to run 3 receiver sets and test the Bills in different ways, and all of a sudden you lose Aaron Rodgers in the first 75 seconds of offense. You have to audible. You got to call, a little bit of, an adjustment, and they did. The Jets ran some more jumbo action, multiple tight ends, bring things closer, less receivers running crazy routes, and it worked. The Jets won. So it was a great audible. And also remember this, that Aaron Rodgers was preparing to be the starter. He got all the first-team reps. They built a plan around Aaron Rodgers' strengths, and Zach Wilson was dropped in, and he was playing the plan for Aaron Rodgers. Now, all of this week, and they're going to need it against the Dallas Cowboys defense, they're preparing a plan for Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson's getting all the first-team reps all week, so he will be prepared for this moment. And I will say this, I think Mecole Hardman could be an interesting piece to the puzzle for Zach Wilson. When Aaron Rodgers was in, you envisioned either as a decoy or in actuality, Mecole Hardman attacking down the field, using that 4.3 elite 40-yard speed to test defenses deep. Now, Zach Wilson's got a great arm, and I believe he could do that. But with a guy like Micah Parsons coming after you, you're probably not going after some deep passing concepts. You're not going to have time, probably with this offensive line, to make or take some of those shots and make some of those plays. So instead of doing that and Zach Wilson getting killed, what you can use is Mecole Hardman in a variety of ways. Pop screens, I'd love to see. Drags across the field, very simple. Mecole, we snap the ball, and they just drag across the field, and you're faster than the guy that's covering you. And you can dump it off. Quick, easy gains. Get some yak going. Yards after catch. Try to make some of that action happening. Some jet sweeps. Get creative. Attack the perimeter, potentially, of this Cowboys defense. Now, I think you could just straight up line up and run it down their throat. The Giants had success with that in their early drives before everything got out of hand with Saquon Barkley. I think you can run it down if they commit to the running game, which they did not do, in my opinion, enough with Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook. I know both guys are coming off of surgery, but you got to run the football. But specifically with Mecole Hardman, he didn't get action in the week 1 season opener, and that was a perfectly reasonable explanation, quite frankly, from Robert Saleh. But that will not be an excuse this time around because, again, there should be a plan with Zach Wilson. Now, I don't think Mecole Hardman has to get like 1,000 targets. Let's give more targets to Garrett Wilson, quite frankly. But as a decoy, speed, all kinds of creative ways for Nathaniel Hackett to use Mecole Hardman. And I hope 1,000% that they can and will, because that could be a difference maker in this Cowboys game. If you could get an explosive, unique play out of Mecole Hardman, who obviously has that potential, that could be spectacular for this unit. However, if he continues to not get targets and touches, could this turn into another situation of an Elijah Moore, Denzel Mims? God, I hope not. We've had enough of that wide receiver drama over the last couple of years. But again, it's worth noting and worth mentioning based on recent history. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in for this quick video. Again, check out the full article down below of Robert Saleh breaking his silence on this Mecole Hardman situation with some more juicy deets from Heavy on Jets down below, an article I wrote earlier this week. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow morning for Boy Green Daily, a daily live video stream at 7:30 in the morning. You guys can also listen to that wherever you find your podcast. Boy Green Daily, simply search for it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Take care.